Hi, my name is McKenzie Cox and I am Miss Statesville's Outstanding Teen 2020. Each title holder has the opportunity to pick a service initiative that really means something to them, and for me that is and always has been literacy. My grandmother is a retired school teacher and she taught in an extremely underfunded district in Charlotte, and what she had to do to provide for her students and to encourage their love of learning, that's always impressed upon me the importance of education. And so when I was old enough to understand the severity of the book desert in our own backyard and the lack of access to age-appropriate reading materials, especially when you look at children in the Charlotte area, I was motivated to start my own nonprofit. It's a registered 501c3 and all donations are tax deductible. And what we do, since I'm a goal-oriented person, is we have a clear 3-step process for how we want to enact change here in the Charlotte area. Hands down, the most rewarding experience that I've had while working with my platform R.O.A.D to Literacy is when I was able to establish my first Little Free Library, and that's in the city of Thomasville. It's still active. We partnered with their Parks and Recreation Department to make sure that we could really get this into a location where it was needed most, and that was at the City Recreation Center. And they have sponsored summer camps there, and the children were able to hear stories, and I came in to read to them before I introduced our Little Free Library. And while talking with them, I remember one of the kids coming up to me and saying that they were so excited they got to take the book home because they didn't have any books at home. And it's moments like that that put things in perspective, and you remember that what you're doing is so important, especially when we're talking about literacy in our communities. Outside of just competing in pageantry and representing my title, I am still a normal teenager. I still have to go to school every day, and finding that space in my academic life is something that's really important to me. I've always valued the importance of school, and of course that transitions into my platform R.O.A.D to Literacy as well. But aside from maintaining a solid GPA in all my classes, I'm involved with a lot of extracurriculars. One of my favorite is that I'm a student teacher with a teaching tolerance program, and we go into the elementary schools and we talk about the importance of accepting others who are different than us, and we teach them all about equality and what that means and looks like to them at a young age. I think the biggest thing that the Miss America's Outstanding Teen organization has taught me is the value of dedication and persistence. When you have a dream, you need to chase after it. This is my 3rd year competing. I started when I was 13 years old, and my first title was Miss Mecklenburg County's Outstanding Teen. And I remember winning one of the last local titles of that season, and then turning around not even fully understanding that I was going to go to Miss North Carolina's Outstanding Teen in Raleigh. And that year I was blessed to secure a spot in the top 15 and the preliminary evening gown award. And I think that year, the difference is that I never stopped preparing after the state competition. I knew that I wanted to come back again, and I just had such a memorable experience, and that led me to the title of Miss Central Carolina's Outstanding Teen 2019. And I truly credit that year of service to being the most transformative year of my life. I worked with so many people. I feel like I gained a new family that year. And then I was able to become Miss Statesville's Outstanding Teen, which has a really cool backstory in itself, because the Miss Statesville organization is why I started my journey in pageantry. And I'm really thankful to be able to come back and represent that organization now for my 3rd year, and I'm excited to take on MNCO Teen in June. To me, the job of a title holder is the same no matter where you're serving. If you're at the local, state, or national level, your job is the same. It's to represent that community, that state, or that nation. And I've been able to work with my platform for the past 3 years. I now have a clear vision, and I'm in a space where I'm ready to enact that vision. And I think being able to read to children across the state of North Carolina, tell them that reading is fun, reading is beneficial, and it's important, I'm really excited to have the opportunity to spread that message, and that's what I would want to accomplish. One of the coolest opportunities that I've had while serving as a title holder is that I was able to go to Miss America's Outstanding Teen this year and sing the national anthem. I've had a focus on trying to put myself out there and grow not only as a title holder but as a person, and I think that going to the national competition and seeing what's on that stage and what our organization truly represents was so inspiring, and it really fueled me to go to that next level and to up my preparation so that I could come back and compete again this year. I think something that makes me different is that I view this as a job, and the job of a national ambassador for a program is just that. It requires a level of maturity, and luckily for me, that's always been my personality. I feel like this program ties together everything that's important to me and everything that I'm passionate about, and I would love to take this on a larger scale and represent this. As I prepare for MNCO Teen in June, I will be updating my social media pages. If you want to follow along with my journey, you can look at Miss Statesville's Outstanding Teen on Instagram and Facebook, as well as Road to Literacy on Facebook to see what I'm doing with my nonprofit and how we're enacting change in the community.